talk about these because I've been rocking them all night long, and they're the ones I picked to wear tonight too. Sam Edelman, obviously a great brand when it comes to awesome, awesome shoes.
Yes.
What do you love best about this style?
I'm gonna have to say the comfort is by far my favorite thing. I'm not a booty person, and when this shoe came on the market and I added it to my closet, I couldn't believe how soft and supple the leather was, and it breaks. You don't have to break it in. That's probably the best part, in my opinion.
Yeah, flat out.
Yes.
Okay, so here are the colors that we have available, and this is really, this is amazing. You gotta hang out for the sizing, because you're not gonna believe what they've done. Yeah, especially in this kind of a high-end fashion line. Yes. Usually if you're in this kind of line, they don't do generous sizing, but we'll get to that in a moment. So what I have in my little hot hand, this is gonna be your classic black suede. It's beautiful.
Yes.
The one that you're seeing right here is called Deep Saddle. The next one over here, which is the one I've been wearing, which is kind of the gray taupey color.
And I'm also wearing.
Oh, you are? You wore the exact same color. All right. This is called the Putty. And then finally at the far end, this is called Iris. Yeah. Ooh, that's a neat color. It's kind of like a dusty, deep teal. So Iris, Putty is your taupe. I could get on a soapbox of how much I love taupe putty.
Yes.
Then we have this Deep Saddle, and then we have the black.
Yes.
Are you ready for sizing? Here we go. We have in regular fit or wide fit, we start at size 5, we go 5.5 up to 10 whole half sizes. Stay with me, drum roll. We have size 11, size 12, and size 13.
It's like unbelievable.
That's crazy
because, like you said, there's not many fashion brands out there that are going to go above and beyond and create a size 13.
That's really amazing.
It's almost unheard of.
And to have both a regular average size and average width and have a wide width and that range of sizes.
Absolutely.
I mean, right? Isn't that great? So for those of you who have been so frustrated because maybe you have a larger foot and you're like, I can't get a really cute fashionable shoe, we all get to thank Sam Edelman. In fact, I think of all the years I've been on the air, I've never ever been on the air with a women's shoe to a size 13 and then add a wide width on that. That's just, guys, they don't even carry them in the stores like that.
They don't.
They have no room in the storeroom to hold that
all those
color,
sizes.
the breadth, the depth, the width, literally, and we do it in the shoe. All right, so let's kind of go through more of the features, if we will.
Absolutely, I'm gonna pick up our favorite.
Please do.
How's that feel? Okay, so one of my favorite things, if you notice, the back of the shoe is cut a little bit lower than the front. And how many times have you had a booty that rubs and creates a unfriendly friend in the back of your foot? So that's what this is gonna do for you in the back. But then if you look in the front, it has this higher, kind of like soft cut in the front, and what that does is it helps to accentuate any person's ankle.
Oh, nice.
Sounds really, really great, right? And then it has 2 zippers on both sides, if you notice. They are both for a reason. One is gonna be for function to help you get into the shoe easily, and the other is giving you that design factor on the outside. So you can wear this with your jeans, your leggings, your skirts, dresses, you name it. It's gonna dress it up or dress it down, depending on where you're going and what you're doing.
And they're both functional zippers. So to really get into them, you actually just open up. I actually opened up only one side and slipped my foot in easily.
Yes, exactly.
That was no big deal.
But
I think there's something kind of, when you think of a great top or a great gown and they've got some draping on it, I like this little bit of a slouchiness to the front.
Yes.
And what's really cool is if you're wearing these with trousers or like boot cut jeans, you have no idea these are not high shaft boots.
Absolutely.
And yet you don't have all the heat. You don't have all the bulk under your pants when you're wearing them.
Right.
But I'm wearing it with Diane Gilliman's Today Special. I cuffed it a little bit, show a little bit of skin. That's the wear now look.
Yes.
And then obviously as you transition to the colder months, the fall and then head into winter,
you can do your boot cut, your flare, your tights, anything really. It goes really well.
Oh, a legging would look adorable.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of girls down here, especially in Florida, they wear these with shorts.
I was gonna say that. I live in Miami.
Oh, do you?
And it's 90 degrees all the time. And I still wear them with, asymmetric hemlines, my dresses. It looks amazing. It's so, so cute.
That would be really cute.
So you have an all-purpose boot right here, every season.
And again, I love the fact too that in the ankle, it's not too tight, as you were saying.
Right.
There's so much room in there, but yet again, it's not really loose and bulky either.
Right. It's not giving you that saggy look in the front. I mean, the models look amazing in them right now. I'm like astonished. And I love that they all have on different cuts in the skirt. It looks great.
Yeah. We've got a little cute pencil skirt in denim. We're showing our Today Special in the olive cargo. And then we've got the rolled up jean with that's such a cool color too. That's called Iris. So the last one you're seeing over there is that Iris. How would you best describe the Iris color?
For me, it's gonna be if you took a blue and a gray and married them together. that's going to give you that color. If that's the best way to
if they had a
describe
baby,
it.
that would be their
If
color.
gray and blue had a baby, they made iris.
Now, we have to talk about the putty. Let's talk about the putty just a little bit because we're both wearing it. And why do you think we're both wearing it?
Because it's, for me, it's gonna be the color that can go with just about anything and everything.
Exactly.
It's just, it's perfect.
It is. I get on this roll. I had years ago, come on over here if you want.
All right.
I had years ago, this, one of our stylists many years ago, she said, hey, do you have any, hi girls. She said, do you have any taupe shoes, right? I don't know if you guys know this, you probably know the story. But she said, do you have any taupe shoes, right?
Yeah.
And I said, taupe? Oh, God. She goes, girl, you don't even know what you're talking about. Of course I didn't. And she said, get taupe shoes. And the minute I ordered my first pair, and putty, this is very much that kind of color.
Warm taupe, yeah.
Yeah, it's a warm taupe. The minute I bought it, I collect taupey, any form of taupey shoe.
Right.
Like if I love a pair of shoes, I make sure and grab that pair in a taupe. Because I have indeed discovered
it's
it
that gray
matches.
Neutral.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, this is the other combination. If gray and khaki had a baby, they made taupe.
They made taupe, that's right, that's right.
There you go.
But it is shocking. You could put on greens and navies and reds and whites and khakis and black.
Silver,
pinks,
gold, it doesn't matter.
Silver, gold.
That's
It
right.
is one of the most universally easy colors to wear.
Yes.
And it's even better to me than black. Would you agree with that?
I definitely agree with that. I'll tell you right now, I don't own any black boots whatsoever.
You don't really?
Because I have this.
Oh, sure, of course, yes, that makes sense,
Yes.
right. And a lot of people think too that, oh, well, you're only gonna wear taupe when it's cooler. You really, or when it's warmer. You don't, it's year round.
I literally had this on yesterday in a red dress.
Oh,
Come on.
super cute.
Red and taupe,
Yeah.
it doesn't get any better than that.
Let's talk a little bit about the heel height too.
Oh yeah, so you're gonna get a little less than a 2-inch heel.
That's nice.
And that's really perfect because you want that little bit of elevation. I'm not into wearing like super, super flat shoes. So you have, I think it's a 1.75, excuse me, heel height.
It's 1 3/4 inch.
Yes, exactly.
And that's 100% doable. It's not like you're tilting or you're trying to tippy toe on these. And again, let's talk a little bit about the front of the boot too. I
Yes.
find there's plenty of room for my tootsies, even though it's a little bit
It's
pointed
more
in the
round.
front. Yeah.
Right, but it's not a true pointy toe. It has a little bit of roundness in the front, so it's really forgiving on the toe. And then the leather itself, again, also forgiving, so it's stretching in there and you don't even feel like anything's gripping at your toes.
And what's kind of fun about this too is as you wear them, it just gets, like they're already broken
Softer
in.
and softer.
There's no break-in period. And I have no socks on.
Oh, yeah.
And I put them on, they're super comfortable and cute. But what's even better because of the suede and the leather is that they
Yes.
just get more and more kind of designer or
Yes.
custom to your foot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when you're wearing them.
And I don't know if anyone's noticed as they're looking at the models and their feet, each of the front have this little distressed feel to them, and that's also intentional to give that designer appeal to it.
Yeah, it's
That's a
nice.
Sam signature.
All right, so I gotta go back again to the sizing because I've never seen this before. You can get regular width or we have this in wide width. And then this is the best part. We start at 5, we go 5.5 up through 10, whole half sizes, then 11, 12, 13. That's wonderful. Why did that happen? I mean, I think that's very unusual.
Sam wants to cater to every woman's foot.
That's great.
That's, I mean, I would say that's one of the best things about it. I'm a size 11, my mom's a size 12, and we both, I mean, sometimes she steals my shoes. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's really great that we both have Sam Edelman to go to and find comfortable shoes that are really for every occasion.
Have you found that frustrating, trying to find great looking shoes?
Absolutely. Can I say
Right.
that again? Absolutely. My entire life. I've been size 11 since like the 9th grade. And it's been difficult for me to find shoes that really fit my foot well as a size 11 girl. This shoe, and pretty much any other Sam Edelman shoe that I own, has been perfect for me.
Yeah, it's wonderful too, because really, I love the fact that they're all inclusive. It's much like Diane Gilman's jeans.
Yes.
Every BODY can wear them.
Yes.
And I think that's wonderful that a company really focuses on every woman should have a really great looking pair of shoes.
Not just
and not
great
have to do
looking.
like a specialty order or have to find them in some specialty store.
Yes, exactly. He wants you to have it right now. And again, not just about having a great looking shoe, but a comfortable shoe that's gonna last you a really long time. That's so important.
That's a great point,
because you're
too.
investing in it.
Right.
Why not invest in something that's gonna be in your closet for forever?
And I agree with you that too. And I think the heel height on this one makes it wildly wearable. I love the idea that we're all showing off our shoes, so we're wearing higher pants. But if you were wearing a trouser or a boot cut jean,
Oh, yeah.
they would look like just super cool boots.
They would,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And you don't have all the bulk and all the heat underneath this area, which is nice, because
Again.
none of us need any more heat.
No, we don't. Not in this 90-degree weather. No, we don't.
We don't need any more heat any time of the year, to be honest with you. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. Toria, thanks so
Thank you
much.
guys
It
for
was great
having me.
having you
Thank
with
you.
us.
You guys have a great
Stay
night.
right there. Again, we've got all the sizes. We've got black, deep saddle putty.